Welcome to Team Tiggio Court TV, where we upload videos every single day. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and share our videos.
Okay.
That's not what she asked.
Ms. Brown, be quiet.
It calls the mother. Ma'am, will you state your name?
Oh, but Venezuela Brown.
And what's the name of the child in this case?
Madison Abaya McCoggle.
And how old is she?
Madison is 9.
And when she was born, did Mr. Christian McCoggle sign a document stating that he's the biological father?
He did.
Okay. And does Madison live primarily with you?
He does.
Has there been any family violence in the last 2 years between you and the father?
When you say family violence, do you mean like verbally, physically, like what?
Anything that you categorize as family violence between you and the father, verbal, physical?
Oh, yeah. This past Saturday.
And what happened?
I guess he was intoxicated. I don't know if he was intoxicated or if he was something. But he called me. He even called my mom from private. He told my mother that she could suck his penis. That's what he told her. He's unstable. I'm on full. I already.
Okay. We'll get to that, Miss Brown. So, had there been any physical violence between the two of you?
In the past 2 years now, because I don't see him, because I don't trust him, because he's unstable. Okay. I don't trust him at all.
Does he ever send you any threatening or harassing text messages or phone calls?
Sure does, and I sent it to his dad. He sure does. Yep, he sure do. He does.
Was there an incident recently at a movie theater?
No, the movie theater event happened when me and him were together, but y'all can look it up. It was at City Hill Movies.
So there was no family violence at the movie theater? No incident?
Well, they had to tase him.
And what year and month was this?
I can't remember, but it was when me and him were together. But that doesn't even matter. I mean,
so do you have any safety concerns if your address or your phone number is printed in the court order?
You already know where I live. So
if you were to move tomorrow, would you feel comfortable giving him your new address?
No, he would never know where I live. No.
And he has your phone number currently?
He does.
Okay. Do you think that you and Mr. McCoggle can co-parent and make decisions for your daughter together, or no?
I mean, he doesn't do anything. My daughter, she just had a football game yesterday. He didn't even show up for his daughter. My daughter she plays flag football. She didn't have probably 50 games, and he's only showed up to maybe 2. I don't want to. It's no reason. I'm my daughter's full custodial parent.
And has Mr. McCoggle
came around? He didn't buy no he bought 3 uniforms.
Ms. Brown, please stop. Just try to answer just the question she's asking you. You don't need to go along tirade, okay? Thank you.
Has Mr. McCoggle reached out to you to try to be involved in making decisions for Madison, or no?
No, what decisions can he make?
Has he tried to be involved in anything regarding her life?
He'll get her here sometimes, here and there. But the thing is, what I'm saying, ma'am, is I don't trust him getting my daughter because he.
Okay, we'll come back to that in just a second.
Okay.
So are you requesting to be a joint managing conservator or a sole managing conservator?
No, I want full custody of my daughter.
Are you requesting to be a joint managing conservator or sole?
Sole means by yourself.
Means you'd be able to make the decisions for the child on your own.
That's what I do now, so yes.
Okay. Are you in agreement with designating your child's primary residence in Dallas or any contiguous county?
Yes.
Okay. And when is the last time Mr. McCoggle had a visitation with your child?
I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe.
And was it during the daytime or was it an overnight?
She stayed overnight with her dad.
Okay. And do you have concerns with Mr. McCoggle drinking alcohol?
Correct. He has like 2 or 3 DWIs. He just got off of probation.
Okay. Would you want the court to order a drug and alcohol injunction so he's not allowed to drink or consume drugs 12 hours before he has her or while he has possession of her?
Yes.
Okay. Would you be okay with Mr. McCaugle having a standard possession schedule where he has every first, third, and fifth weekend of the month?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Would you be okay with him having the standard schedule where he'd have every first, third, and fifth weekend of the month?
Uh, that's fine. Is it going to be the alcohol test before he get her? That was to happen?
So are you okay with him having overnight possession or no?
No.
Okay. So what kind of visitation schedule would you want the court to enter today?
She can go with her grandparents. His parents live like 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes from my mom's house. So if he wants to visit, it would have to be supervised visitation. But I don't want her staying the night with him at all. No.
Okay. And didn't she stay the night with him a couple weeks ago?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did that go?
It was okay. I had asked her where did she sleep at. She said she had slept on the couch, but I guess he dates someone. She has 3 kids, but 2 out of 3 of the kids are like disabled. So I don't know how the sleeping schedule goes.
Okay.
You know,
So does Mr. McCaugle have his own residence? Do you know?
he lives with his girlfriend.
Okay. And so you're not sure if your daughter has her own bed when she's over there?
Ma'am, I'm sorry.
You're not sure if your daughter has her own bed when she's over there?
I know she doesn't because I have a 2 bedroom. She don't have her own room.
Okay. And so you're wanting him to have supervised visits?
Yes, ma'am. With his parents, with her grandparents.
Okay. And what kind of health insurance coverage does Madison have?
So, she has Blue Cross Blue. She has Blue Cross Blue Shield, and then she also has insurance with the state.
Okay. And the Blue Cross, is that through you or through Mr. McCaugle?
No, ma'am, it's with his parent. It's with his dad.
Okay. So when you take her to the doctor, which insurance do you primarily use?
I use the state insurance.
Okay. Have you told the doctor's office that she also has private insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We're requesting that the order state for Mr. McCaugle to carry insurance through another source. Would you be okay with that?
That's fine.
And based on Mr. McCaugle's income of $20 per hour at 40 hours per week, we calculated child support at $593 each month beginning October 1st. Are you in agreement with that amount, ma'am?
That's fine.
Okay. And are you requesting retroactive child support today?
What does that mean?
That's child support for the past.
Oh, yes.
Okay. In the last 4 years, did you and Mr. McCaugle live together?
No, ma'am.
All right. And did he provide you any financial support in the last 4 years?
Here and there, yes.
Okay. How much would you say that he's given you in the last 4 years in total?
About 2,200.
Okay. And so we first calculated a retroactive child support judgment amount at $28,464 and then subtracted $2,200 for credit, which leaves a balance of $26,264. Is that what you're requesting be ordered today?
That's fine.
Okay. I'll pass the witness. The state calls the father. Sir, will you state your name? You're on mute.
Hello,
Will you state your name?
Christian McCoggum.
Okay. And so when the child Madison was born, did you sign a document stating that you're her biological father?
Yes.
Okay. Has there been any family violence in the last 2 years between you and Miss Brown?
No.
Okay. Do you have any safety concerns if your address or your phone number is printed in the court order?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You heard Miss Brown state that she's requesting a non-disclosure, so her address would be marked out. Are you okay with that, or do you want to know the address where the child is?
No.
You want to know the address where the child is that right?
So if I want to get a lawyer and get my own lawyer.
We're way past that, sir. We're already halfway through a contested hearing. I need you to answer the question that she's asked. Do you want to know her address or you don't want to know her address?
Oh, okay. No, we in hearing. Gotcha.
I need you to know what you want.
No, I don't.
So you're okay with her address being marked as confidential?
Yes.
Which means you would not know where the child lives. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, and you're okay with that?
Yes.
All right. Do you think that you and Miss Brown can co-parent and make decisions for your daughter together?
Yes.
All right. And in the past, have you reached out to Miss Brown at all to inquire about Madison's life?
Yes.
And whenever you do that, what happens? Do you and the mother have a good conversation or does it turn into an argument?
I don't like talking to her. She's a very rude person. I don't. Try to stay away from negativity at all times. So I just don't talk to her. And most of the time, I can't get in touch with Madison or talk to her because this person is just a rude person. If I try to call her, it's always call her on a cell phone or talk to her and her phone is off. Or if she's in there, I'm not gonna get off the phone and talk to her, or she's too busy. So I just am there. Every birthday, I belong to two churches. She loves both churches,
So
and
are you wanting to be a joint managing conservator so you can make decisions for her with the mother?
no,
You're okay with Miss Brown making the decisions on her own?
yes,
Okay. And you heard Miss Brown state that she thinks there should be supervised visitation. Do you agree or disagree with that?
uh, no, I don't. I'm okay with not seeing her.
Okay. And you had an overnight visit with her a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, my father's birthday.
Okay. And does she have a bed to sleep at your residence?
Yeah, I had an air mattress.
Okay. Um,
Yeah, yeah. You pump it up, yeah.
okay. So you're okay with your visits being supervised by your parents?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yes.
Do you think you need to be supervised while you're watching your child?
Um, I'm my parents will watch her. I'm not.
Okay.
That's not what she asked.
Ms. Brown, be quiet.
Mr. McCoggle, would you agree to an injunction stating that you cannot consume drugs or alcohol 12 hours before you see your daughter or during your possession?
Um, I just got. I've been doing urinalysis tests. I just got off probation 2 years. I have not
So
been.
is
I
that a
have.
yes or a no?
No, I don't. I don't want to do none of that.
Okay.
So I choose. I choose. The soul. The soul ship.
Okay. So you're not wanting the court to set up any visitation for you and you're not wanting to be involved in Madison's life at all, it sounds like. Is that correct?
Yes.
And do you think that's in her best interest?
Now one day she just want to say, "Hey."
And you're currently employed at $20 per hour, working 40 hours per week. Is that right?
Yes.
And do you have any other biological children?
No.
All right. Um, and you have Madison covered on health insurance through private coverage. Is that right?
Yes.
And do you know how much that costs you per month?
It's a little like to it's like 400 or 500 a month. It's under my father's insurance. I have the policy. I don't know the exact amount, but it takes care of a lot. It's pretty good.
So, the policy, your father is the
So she's
primary
26.
policy
Yeah,
holder.
oh, I'm sorry. It was effective 2022, and it's done till the 2046.
Okay. And are you in agreement for the order to state that you'll continue to insure her through the outside source?
Yes, which is Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Okay. And we calculated child support at $593 each month. Do you agree or disagree with that amount?
No, I've been giving Madison to every 2 weeks $250, and that's pretty much what I've been giving. And
And when you give that money, do you give it to Madison or do you give it to Miss Brown?
I give it to her mother. And over the past over the past year and a half, I have given $5,000 on Cash App.
Okay, we'll come to that in just a second. So for the current child support, the state calculated $593 per month. What amount are you wanting it to be set at?
Um, 500. That's what I've been given, and I can show that.
Okay. And so in the last 4 years, how much in total do you think that you've sent to Miss Brown for financial support?
You said 3 to 4,
Last 4 years.
4 years. I believe 15,000.
And how did you send her this money? Was it through an app or did you give her cash?
Cash App, Western Union, Walmart to Walmart, and yeah.
Okay. And after for retroactive child support, if we give you $15,000 of credit, the balance remaining would be $13,464. Is that what you're requesting the court enter today for back child support?
Oh, and wait, what are you asking me again? Are you saying
Um,
that am I
do you think you owe any back child support?
no.
Okay. Um, I'll pass the witness.
All right. Based on I'm making my ruling here. Um, Based on what I've heard today, there's been no findings. I'm not making a finding there's been any family violence. I don't have enough evidence or testimony to prove that. Um, I guess Mr. McCoggle has agreed to a well, I don't understand why we're even talking about a non-disclosure. Uh, so I'm not granting a non-disclosure request if there's no family violence issues. You both are you're both ordered and obligated to let the other person know where you live, even if you live with a boyfriend or girlfriend or you have your own residence. Y'all both should know where your child is living or visiting. I'm going to go ahead and do sole managing conservator, so Ms. Brown will have primary custody. But Mr. McCoggle, you'll still have some rights and duties as parents. As a possessory conservator, you can read through that in the court order.
Yes, sir.
Please don't comment. What y'all need to both do is y'all have to act as an adults here as parents, and you have to understand that your child needs both of you, needs a mother and a father. I don't know if you understand that. Maybe you're just frustrated today or what the problem is, but it's in the child's best interest to have a mother and a father. And I hear Ms. Brown saying she wants father to visit, and father's not visiting as regularly as you should. I don't hear the opposite. So if there's games, I mean, that's an easy way to do some visitation, to go to a game. That doesn't take much to do that. But there needs to be some regular visitation. You can't leave it on the child to a 9-year-old to tell you when you should act like an adult and visit her. That's not the way it works. You're supposed to be the adult and visit her. So I understand, like I said, you're frustrated today, maybe you don't like each other, but that has nothing to do with your 9-year-old. Your 9-year-old doesn't care about whether mother and father get along. The 9-year-old cares about whether they have both parents involved. Um, so I don't understand what your true intentions are, Mr. McCongle, but as far as the court orders today, I've got to make orders today. I'm ordering and giving you right to visit every other weekend on the first, third, and fifth weekends of the month from Friday at 6 until Sunday at 6. It's up to you to exercise those. If you choose not to, I'm not going to make you exercise them, but that's your right to visit, and you can choose to do that. Let's do exchanges at the paternal grandparents' house, since that sounds like that's a good place for us to do exchanges, since y'all don't want to go to each other's residence. And Mr. McCoggle, if you intend to visit, you need to send Ms. Brown a text 48 hours before to let her know that you're going to go. The only reason I'm putting that in is because you said you don't want to visit, so I'm not sure which it is that you're going to do after today. I would hope that you visit regularly. That's why I'm giving you this regular visitation. But if you're not going to visit regularly, then Ms. Brown needs to know what she needs to do and whether or not she needs to go to paternal grandparents' house or not. So
Yes,
send
sir.
her notice of, please don't talk while I'm talking. She needs to know, so send her a text, an email, or something saying I plan to do my visitation this weekend, and that way she knows that she needs to take the child over. Like I said, hopefully that won't be necessary. I don't normally order that in with people that regularly visit, and I hear Ms. Brown saying she wants you to regularly visit. Um, it doesn't matter to me if the child sleeps on the floor as long as there's not roaches or anything. It doesn't matter to me if the child sleeps on a couch or a blow-up bed or a regular bed or has their own room. None of those are requirements for visitation. Just we got to make sure that the child's in a safe place. So I mean, those are all acceptable things, assuming that there's nothing on the floor or anything like that that'd be dangerous to the child. But um, sleeping bag's okay. Sleeping at a girlfriend or boyfriend's house is okay, as long as the place is safe. So I'm not putting those restrictions on there that we have to keep the child away because they might have to sleep on a couch. People do that all the time. That's not an unusual thing. That's not a good excuse to deny visitation. Um, as far as the injunction and drug and alcohol injunction, that goes without saying. I don't really need to put in the court order. It makes common sense. You're not supposed to be drinking or doing drugs or be under the influence when you're with your child. So I'm going to put it in there, but that kind of goes without saying. You cannot supervise a 9-year-old if you're drunk or high. So we're going to put that in the court order. Mr. McCoggle is going to be one to carry health insurance through another source. As far as child support is concerned, I don't know why we have a dispute about that. You owe child support. If anything, if you're not going to visit, I probably should explore in the future maybe raising your child supports if you're not going to visit regularly, since Ms. Brown will have to not have any break here on the weekends if you're not going to do your visitation. But I'm not going to do that today, but that's something I can do. I can increase the amount. So I'm trying to encourage you to visit. I think Miss Brown's not opposed to you visiting. She's maybe not happy with you sleeping at the girlfriend's house. I don't know. But that's not really a good reason. So child support for today will be $593 beginning October 1st. And if we have to explore that in the future, we will, but hopefully you'll be visiting. As far as back child support is concerned, I'm not granting any back child support. Let's start fresh with child support. And then court costs billed to Mr. McCoggle. The Attorney General's office will draft an order based on my ruling today, and then you'll get a copy of that by email. That'll be my ruling that y'all must follow, even if you don't agree. You are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out.
Uh,
Thank you.